We're at the final part of the Shut up.
Shut up, Tails!
Oh god, I hate this.
I think
sorry.
the Egg Dragoon just made Lewis climax.
God damn.
No,
Egg Dragoon!
no,
They did have that drill.
Oh, you
God.
bypassed the schematic. Putting the Chaos Emerald into all the
I will say that this section is a really kind of
Waste of time.
ill-placed. Yeah, ill-placed platform. I mean, like, I can kind of see what they're trying to do, but it comes out of nowhere and it's just kind of stupid.
I love this cutscene so much.
Yep.
This is the cutscene
Time
with the.
Eater looks a lot less epic when you find out that it's just made out of gears and it's like sloppily put together like some sort of made in China toy that you get out of some box.
Guys, here it is. Here is the big reveal that everyone saw coming.
Facepalm.
Yeah, facepalm.
Da 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 da.
He looks so great. Seriously.
I really wish it said ping us the moment the cockpit opened.
Why didn't you edit that in?
For me, classic Eggman. He looks almost too fat, like you expect him to die of a heart attack any second. He's just so fucking big.
You know
He's
what
so
that
much
is?
more egg-shaped than the new Eggman that, like, you wonder how this egg body can devolve into that.
You know what it
Hi,
really
Orban,
is,
Cuba.
guys. You know what it really is? It's his arms. All right, modern Eggman's arms are so much thinner than classic Eggman's.
Hi,
you know-
Orban, Cuba, and your one cameo.
Say hi to Wheatley when you run into him.
Although I will say though that story. I like the fact that this continues straight on from Colors.
Yeah, even
And
though
you can tell that they've already got plans for the next game because they do have a post-credit scene in this game too.
maybe.
This laugh coming up from Eggman is hilarious. From Mike Pollock. Mike Pollock's laugh is just insane.
You notice how it's been like a running gag with like all the new Sonic games though? It's like Eggman always laughs so hard he starts coughing or he busts a gut or something.
I think I gloated so hard I pulled a muscle. I love
Classics.
I love
line
classics.
here, it's great. That crazy.
It's like he didn't even have to say the crazy line, just his expression, just him staring at modern Eggman and scratching his head. That is the best mental image. I laughed so hard when I saw that.
Am I the only one who finds it surreal that Mike Pollock voices both Eggmans? I mean, it's funny and it works, but it's just sort of odd.
Oh, the same voice voices both Tails too.
Well, I mean, it sounds somewhat like Kate Higgins makes Classic Tales sound younger.
Yeah, but look,
Classic Eggman sounds exactly like modern.
Well, see the thing about that though is because young Tails is a little boy, because even classic Eggman is probably already a quite old man. You know, his voice wouldn't really change that much, would it? Thinking about it.
On the subject of their performance, I actually do appreciate the subtle difference between classic and modern Eggman.
Yeah, there is a slight difference.
Like, modern Eggman is, like, really off-the-wall crazy with his gestures and even his voice, and classic Eggman is more reserved. It's like all of Sonic's victories over Eggman have steadily driven Eggman closer and closer to the deep end over time.
Although I will say, for me, in the cutscenes, I think classic Eggman is the worst animated. Like, his movements don't look that good. I will say...
Because he's a fucking fat ass.
I will say, though...
Snooping as usual, eh, Knuckles?
I will say though, I love the fact that this cutscene references both 06 and Heroes. It references 06 because both Sonics get killed in like 2 seconds in a really lame way, and now thanks to here we have the awesome superpower of teamwork.
Don't give up, Sonic.
Some things never change.
But on the subject of classic Eggman's animations, I think they were trying a little too hard to get Eggman to match his like poses and his concept art because of the way he holds his arms out and stuff. In the statue room, the classic Eggman model you unlock is actually doing that funky little dance that you see in the concept art. It's actually kind of funny to see. But
so would you think that canonly this is the first time Classic goes Super? So like, do you? You know,
No, I think that classic Sonic is at least the Sonic 2 version, because, you know, he knows Tails. Whether or not he's seen Sonic 3 yet's up for debate, but I wouldn't say this is the first, for definite, the first time classic Sonic is Super.
You know what? Let's just forget continuity and say he goes Super because ninjas.
Although I will say though, as much as I love this game, this boss is not only is it a terrible boss, but it's a terrible way to end this game, in my opinion.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know what to do.
It's really bad. It's such a bad, like, it's...
I would like the boss, except for two things. One,
It
the
sucks.
boost is so shittily programmed. And two, it's hard to see anything coming. Especially the rings, because they're gold, and half the background is gold. It's like Hilltop Zone and Sonic's head all over again.
To be fair, I really do enjoy the Time Eater's boss theme. I really like the Time Eater theme.
Yeah, I do too.
The problem I have though is that when you boost at it, the home and attack logo goes over the little ball, so you go to home and attack, and then classic Super Sonic just goes into a ball. That really messes me up.
Not only that, is that there are times where you get it to point blank range, and you see the little green cursor appear on the giant fuck me light, and then for some reason you're not going any further. The timer just decides to go 5 miles backwards. It's like, okay, well that did absolutely fucking nothing.
There's no reason to add the cursor because it's not like you homing attack into it or anything.
Exactly. The fact that the cursor appears is really, really annoying.
My problem with this boss is that the friends say stuff that sounds like it might have something to do, important to say, but not really.
It looks like a homing.
Is that a home and attack?
And
Looks like a home and attack.
It looks like a homing shot. I'm thinking of the Sonic Rush final boss where you had to shoot things back at him, and I can't do that. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I won this boss.
win.
Good luck.
Alright, can I talk, because I actually have figured this boss out pretty much completely, and I can tell you're doing one thing very wrong, and that's trying to shoot one Sonic trying to shoot the other Sonic at the boss. That does nothing. Nothing. Shooting Sonic does nothing but destroy debris. Oh God, please.
Two questions about that. One, how the fuck are they watching this? Two, how the fuck are they speaking to him?
Another question. Shadow, Silver, Knuckles, you all can go Super with the Chaos Emeralds. Why aren't you helping?
No, when the boss fight started, Tails explained he had a transmitter that was talking to everybody.
Yeah, it's a transmitter that can transmit through dimensions.
Well,
Sonic
that is an amazing piece of technology, I must say, Classic Tales. Why can't you develop the tornado to travel through dimensions earlier? We can get the time meter while it's still in its
How are they talking to them though? Do both Sonics have these like
Dude,
Bluetooth
that
headsets on?
walkie-talkie has some serious fucking range.
I'm glad he pulled it out of his ass and invented it right now.
Classic
Only took
Tales,
3
two questions.
seconds.
One, where's the 5? 2, give me the 5. But again, yeah, it's such a...
That's another thing I don't like about this boss fight. Finding rings is so hard to do because they're so small on screen.
You can't see them until it's too late.
It's not even just that. It's that the draw distance isn't that great. They blend in with the background. By the time you see them, you're probably too far away to even get to them unless you stop boosting completely, which breaks up your flow. And, you know, as if to taunt you, there's always a big-ass line of rings right next to you when you fade back in after hitting Eggman, and you have no chance of getting them because they're too far away from your magnetism, and you don't have time to react to it.
So Sonic, how did you defeat the time meter? Well, I boost to win and hit it with my face.
It's been working for me for the past few years.
Well, see, that's the thing though. Out of all of the, you know, Monster of the Week final bosses, I'd probably say this is probably the worst.
Dark Gaia. I hated Dark Gaia a lot.
No, I like Dark Gaia a bit more. Well,
I mean, exactly.
The Super Sonic section, not the normal Sonic section.
It's like Dark Gaia itself was pretty like mediocre, but it's still more fun to play than this is.
Well, the thing is, the Dark Gaia boss, no matter how you feel about it, there was in no way confusing as to what you had to do.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It was playable.
But it was so long.
This is the one part in the game where I actually miss Omochow telling me how to do things all the time.
What is the point
Laura
of the time?
Bailey, you're not here when we want you. What the fuck is wrong?
That's Time Break. You actually get the Sonic and the Secret Rings Time Break ability when you beat Time Eater. It's completely fucking useless, but I thought it was a weird,
But that's the thing, though. For an attack of the Time Eater, what the fuck is the point of Time Break? He never hits me with anything when he's doing time break. It's like
you know what he does is he fires off like a whole shitstorm of homing missiles while time is frozen.
You know what? You want to know what it is to me?
So the missiles can fire at you.
You want to know what it is to me? What a horrible night to have a curse. That's what it is. It's the fucking Castlevania Simon's Quest thing that's just there to piss you off and interrupt the gameplay.
Yes, pretty much.
Burn to ashes!
Burn to the ground!
Burn to the ground!
Burn!
Hey, you'll probably screw this part up at least once first because the game doesn't tell you need to hold the buttons.
Exactly, yeah.
I just sort of held them just...
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference because he just does the same thing again right afterward. I was like, it didn't work once, maybe it'll work twice.
Story-wise, well, what makes no sense is the fact that we go from this odd, in between dimension time thing straight back to the fucking picnic. It's like, what?
You know what makes less sense? Okay, that chili dog was blown into the air by the same blast of air that knocked everything off the table, and yet the spread of chili dogs and cake and stuff is just fine.
Ah, Sonic Team! I love the fact that
Shadow doing here.
I love the fact that Shadow just goes like, fuck this. Just look at him in the back. Knuckles gets pwned in 3, 2, 1.
I feel like Shadow's here because he feels like he has to be. Like, he thinks it'll be rude to leave. So he's just sort of begrudgingly sitting there at the table eating chips until somebody else leaves. And it's like, oh, I gotta go too, guys, bye.
You know, it reminds me of the Archie comics a bit. It reminds me of the Archie comics. The Sonic's birthday party. Shadow just randomly shows up in the middle of a fight with, like, Bean the Dynamite and Bark the Polar Bear. He has an unconscious Bean in his hand. He's like, happy birthday, Blue Hedgehog. I cleaned your yard for you.
I love that panel. I love that.
This gag made me laugh so hard.
Failure.
Love the modern Sonic old fans. Love him. See, classic Sonic loves him.
Well, here's my thing, though. What is he teaching him? The air boost or the homing attack?
I think it's supposed to be the homing attack.
Well,
It's
it's probably the air boost, to be honest.
In this section here, when all the friends are waving goodbye, Shadow is the only one who doesn't wave. It's a nice little touch.
This is gonna be great.
But this, I remember I was speaking to a friend of mine. He's Skylar on Retro, and he was going like, "That is such a stupid line." I was like, "Oh, to be fair, they couldn't exactly go. Enjoy your future. It's gonna be great for 10 years, then suck balls for 7, then be kind of mediocre for a further 2, and then get great again." It doesn't really have the same line, does it?
Hi, Sonic Beta music.
Although this ending credit medley is genius. Green Hill with the Green Hill Mega Drive synth with that bass sounds so good.
Yeah,
I would love a full version of this.
What's actually funny is like the ending melody for in this credit sequence is actually it's playing all the respective themes originally in their composition, like the Crisis City theme that we hear later in the mix is actually right from Sonic 06. It's not the Sonic Generations.
Yeah,
it's not the Sonic Generations remix. The same goes for Rooftop Run and Planet Wisp, actually, which I wouldn't mind in this game, actually.
No, Planet Wisp is slightly different. I can tell because of the bass line.
Well, I mean, like they're slightly remixed, but they're far closer to their original version.
Yeah, you are right there.
The composition of Planet Wisp that plays in this credits melody is much better than the actual gameplay one.
The only song that sounds significantly different is City Escape, but that's just because you can tell they used the new vocal track for that.
No. Actually, they're using it's updated instruments, but the vocal track is the original.
Was that City Escape?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the same voices from SA2. Yeah.
Oh, it always sounded more like the Generations mix, but maybe I'm just not.
It's not because if you listen to it, Ted Poley does most of the singing in that, whereas in Generations, it's more 50-50 between Ted Poley and Antonio now. Sky Sanctuary should be yellow. Fuck this game, it's too white.
It's green.
Exactly, it's you know what? Fuck Retro and fuck this game. It should be green, not yellow or white.
Yeah, fuck Generations. It sucks.
Again, seriously, I defy anyone to tell me the difference between this version of Speed Highway, the version used in SA1, or the modern remix in this game. They're all the fucking same.
I can hear the differences in modern.
I can hear the difference.
It's a very slight difference.
I will say that yes, they are very similar sounding.
You want to know what you should listen for? The drum samples.
Oh yeah, apart from the drums, but this is the one track where I think June Snow is just like fuck it.
Oh, it was good enough as it is.
Actually, it's one of the reasons why I really love Sonic Adventure soundtrack is because of those drum samples.
Yeah, I love SA1 scores. Like, I'm not a big fan of SA2 score overall, but I fucking love SA1's. It's amazing.
I have to say that I like Sonic Adventure 2 score more than Sonic Adventure 1. Maybe that's
you have
just
a massive nostalgia hard on for it.
See, for me, the Tails and Eggman music isn't that memorable. The Knuckles raps are so hilariously bad, they're awesome. Give up the emeralds or die. I don't love you.
Wait,
Yeah,
Eggman's theme isn't memorable? Eggman's theme is the best. I am the Eggman.
I'm talking about stage music. Like the Eggman and Tails kind of techno rock stage music they had, for me, didn't work well at all. But that's just me.
I like it enough, but then again, this is music, so nobody's really ever right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
except people who don't agree with me, then they're completely wrong. Fuck you, Tom.
So despite like Time Eater and like Planet Wisp and stuff, Generations is probably the best Sonic, like the best 3D Sonic game I've played in a long time.
Yeah,
I will say that. Yes,
I have to say the Dreamcast era at the very least. Dreamcast era was such a different time for not just the franchise, but Sega in general. It's kind of hard to compare it to newer games.
Well, see, I still really love Colors. I think Colors was an amazing game. But I think I have to play this more. But this will probably surpass Colors in my mind. But I love the fact that if you watch the video, it focuses more on Knuckles, because a lot of the time they put Knuckles in the lead. I know it's just like when this footage ends, like now Knuckles is in the lead, not Sonic. It's like, what's the point in that?
Well, here's the thing about Sonic Heroes. Because of all the multi-hit enemies, you wind up killing everything as Knuckles, so you wind up spending a lot of time as him.
Shit rock!
Well, I always just leveled up Sonic up to the point where he can one-shot beat most of the simple bad hits.
It's this game.
My headache is worse.
You know what? They make it look playable.
No, they don't. Look at that. You have to manually jump from rail to rail. That's awful. And most of the fun parts are homing attacks and dash pads.
And automated sequences where he's just getting into the stage.
Yeah.
The Mach speed sections were just
We'll
like...
never defend Sonic 06.
Why? Some people on YouTube claim it's the best game ever made.
Those people are idiots.
Those people need to turn 10.
That's the best comeback.
Oh wait, there was a part in the Mach speed section where Sonic ran into a piece of debris and didn't take damage.
What that slowdown was there. It's not that they were slowing it down to make it look epic. It was literally just slowing down.
You know what? Also, because we Unleashed, one thing I thought was a massive missed opportunity in terms of the story and cutscene was I was expecting, like when we got to Rooftop Run, we'd have a cutscene where you would like see Chip again. Likewise, like Yakka and Planet Wisp. There was just so much potential, and again, story is not. I never play games for story. I watch movies for story. I play games for gameplay. So the fact that the story in this game is pretty weak isn't a big deal. I thought there was just so much unreached potential in terms of the story for this game that it's kind of a letdown.
My problem with the story in this game is the if you give a mouse a cookie syndrome. They give you just enough to the point where you're happy with it, but you can tell that there's so much more. It's like you give a mouse a cookie, you'll want a glass of milk to go with it. I got my cookie, where's my fucking milk? Come on, you stupid little kid. And I'm gonna draw pictures all over your house.
What children's
bed.
is
Right, if you give a mouse a cookie?
Darker and edgier to give a mouse a cookie.
The only,
Where he attempts to shank the kid if he doesn't get his milk.
The only disappointment I have writing-wise is that this comes from the same guys who wrote Sonic Colors, and they came up with such great lines like Baldy McNosehair and stuff. There weren't that many memorable lines in Generations, honestly.
No.
No. Although I just want to say, coming up, I just want to say that I am technically in this game. My voice is heard in this game. What we're going to see in a minute is, at the end of this, we're going to hear a crowd shout "Happy Birthday, Sonic!" and cheer. Now, Sonic Boom in America and SOS in England, they recorded the two halls of fans screaming and chanted "Happy Birthday, Sonic!" and I believe they just put them together. So technically, my voice is in this game. I'm going to sign a copy and put it on eBay because I am technically in this game.
Wait, back up. Did you say whores of fans?
Hordes.
Shut up, here he comes.
Here's my voice.
I can pick you out exactly.
In your face, you 5 dickheads who aren't in this game. Fuck you!
Alright, now it's time for my favorite cutscene in the game, hands down.
Agreed.
Yep.
Oh wait, Eggman Zone.
But you know what this reminds... You know what this reminds me the most of, though, oddly enough? Crash Bandicoot 3's ending.
I will say though, even though the story isn't as good as we wanted to, and there isn't much character interactions, they got Eggman perfect.
Both Eggmans.
Both Eggmen are so on the mark. It's awesome.
Well,
Eggman's always on the mark.
The writers from Colors really got Eggman right, and so does Mike Pollock. It's like a dream combination. And if the Sonic series ever loses that combination, it will probably be dead to me.
I'm just so glad that they didn't get rid of Mike Pollock when they changed the voice cast.
Pretty soon.
I love the fourth wall breaking here.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Do we ever win?
That depends on your definition of win.
We get close in some cases. I think I blew him up at least once, but then he cheated and warped out of there.
You do win! Fucking Sonic Riders!
You got that carpet! It's awesome! You can fly!
It makes your room look much more stylish, if it makes sense.
Feng shui, my friend. You're not thinking of feng shui.
Also, if Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing is canon, I'd like to think that Eggman's monster truck would have won.
Hey, hang on. Hang on. Is there even a story in that game?
No.
But he has a monster
Eggman...
truck, and that's all that matters.
And he wins, so...